What's up, guys? I'm finally back. I know it's been a while. Life's been lifing lately, so it's been kind of rough. I've been trying to make videos, but it just felt like the videos that I were attempting to make didn't feel right to me because it was just a lot going on. And I was like, you know what? This isn't good content. Let me just scrap this. But I'm finally back, and I thought we would do something really fun and stupid to be the first video back. So what today we are doing, I don't think I ever seen somebody on YouTube do this. Probably somebody did, but I thought it would be funny and kind of dumb if we did a tier list of what it would be like if this horror icon was my roommate. Now you're probably thinking, why the fuck would you want them as a roommate? And maybe it'd be fun. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they'd be cool. We don't know, you know what I mean? Like, we just seen how they act in movies. What if, like, you don't bother them and they chilling, you know what I mean? So let's give it a shot, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought it'd be fucking stupid, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it because I think it'd be funny to have a roommate of a fucking horror icon. So now, also before we begin, I looked at the tier list and I went on the tier maker and I just clicked on one of the horror icons that they had and I just put the ones that they already had on there, and there's way more horror icons, but this is what they had. So if you want to see a part 2 where I get the other ones, then make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this. So here we go. We are about to do a tier list of what it would be like if this person was my roommate. Let's start off with the tiers. We got S tier, which is obviously the best roommate. Got A tier, which is obviously the solid one. B is like, okay. C is like barely. And no is just like absolutely not. They cannot be my roommate. So let's start off. Number 1, we have, what's her fucking name from the Ring? The English one was Samora Morgan. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that's her name. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only seen that movie like maybe twice in my whole life. I generally don't really care for that movie. Hot take. I think it's a bit overrated, but I'm just saying. It's whatever. Let's continue. Anyways, so since she's the first one on here, I would say, I'll put her at C tier. Because honestly, I feel like as a roommate, she wouldn't be that bad, but then again, she wouldn't be that cool either. I just feel like she'll just say a whole bunch of stupid stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't care. You know what I mean? She'll be silent for the most part and just like freaking growl, but at some point, if she does decide to talk, I'm just like not gonna be entertained by it. I'm just gonna be like, bro, like, go wash your fucking hair, because usually your hair be dripping and all that, but maybe if you put some fucking conditioner or something, maybe it'll look better. Who knows? But either way, as a roommate, I don't know. Plus, if I'm like trying to get a late night snack, because I do be snacking at night, I'm not gonna hold you. If I come out, open, get out my room and then go to the fridge or like the pantry and get a snack, if I turn around and see this bitch with her hair covering her face, the shock that I'm gonna get, I'm gonna be fucking frightened, and I'm gonna fucking want to pull it, do something, because that's fucking scary. But anyways, let's continue. The next one we have is Leatherface. Low key, B tier. Listen, deadass, if you just like leave him alone and just like chill out with him, I don't think he'd be that bad of a person. You know what I mean? I feel like he, as like, I don't know, because it feels like in the movies, it's like a lot of people bother him, and that's the reason why they go after him. I mean, that he goes after the people. So I mean, like, bro's has a rough life. If I'm there, I'll make it nice and calm. Be like, bro, what you want, dog? I'll feed you I'll get you some food, and whatever. You want some hoes? I got you. You know what I mean? And I think he'd just be cool. He wouldn't do anything doing. The only reason that he's like B tier is because, I don't know, I would be kind of afraid to walk in and see him just sitting there, sitting on the couch, I'd just be like, dog, I don't know. I don't know how you feeling today, but I'm just going to leave you alone. All right. Next, we got Freddie. Freddie is also B tier, and I'm going to tell you why. Freddie seemed like a cool dude. Like, I'm not going to lie, even though we know what he's done in his past and all that. But I feel like as a guy, straight up, I think he'd be chilling. You know what I mean? He'd be a cool ass roommate. He'd be tough. It'd be fun. We could dead crack some jokes together. It'd be a fun time. The only reason he's at B tier is because I would be fucking afraid. He likes to fuck around. I feel like as a roommate, he likes to fuck around a lot. So I feel like if I'm trying to go to sleep, I feel like just to be a dick, he's gonna join in my sleep and just like fuck with me, just to piss me off and scare me, and I'll be tight. I'll be like, bro, I'm just trying to get one night of sleep, dog, and you over here just ruining my night, bro. You ruining my sleep, all because you want to play around and be a dick. You know what I mean? And also, to make it worse, if I bring a girl over, right, and we sleeping, we cuddling, and then this man jump in our fucking dreams and make it a fucking nightmare, and I'm gonna be like, dog, you ruining the vibe. You know what I mean? That's the reason why he's B tier. I can't trust him. Alien, no. The biggest reason for that is because it's like, it'd be too fucking scary. I wouldn't even know, like, we would need a big ass room for this person for this fucking alien to be in. That's number one. Number two, feeding this, I have no idea how I'm gonna fucking feed him. Number three, I don't know, it's just communicating would be probably the worst thing, and I feel like that ass out of everybody on here, for the most part, I feel like they would just try to kill me and keep the spot for themselves. I don't know, it just would feel weird. It'd be odd. Pennywise, not gonna lie, I don't know, it's either no or C tier, because you know what? I'll put him at C tier. Look, listen, hear me out. Pennywise a creepy ass dude. We know what he's capable of. We know how he be rolling. I feel like the positive of him being there is like if, somebody's just, being a dick, somebody pull up to the house and is just being an asshole or something, and you see they're not treating me right and they just, taking advantage of my kindness. I feel like he would pull up and then, do what he gotta do. Other than that, he's too fucking creepy, and I couldn't trust anything he says to me, or like if I'm around the crib, he says something or he wants something, I'd be fucking afraid. It wouldn't be a good time. Chucky, S tier. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think, honestly, I feel like chilling with Chucky would be fun as hell. He'd be cracking jokes. We'd have a good ass time. That ass, everything would be mad funny and shit. It would be cool as fuck. But I think the only thing I would hate is that he would dead ass try to cock block. I feel like he's the type to do that shit. He try to cock block, and then like when you're not there, he'll try to steal your girl type shit. You know what I mean? Or some days you'll walk in and you just see him with a freaking whole bunch of women on the couch, and I'm like, dog, like shit, I ain't realize your game was like that, and it would kind of get me tight. But overall, I think Chucky as a roommate would be tough. Also another thing is he probably don't pay rent. That's another fucking thing. That would be kind of beef that we have, but I feel like he can do something to the landlord or some shit. You know. But I think that as Chucky would be fun as hell. It should be a good time. And plus, if you try to start beef with me, bro, take out the night. I'll murder that. All right, let me shut up. Pinhead is I guess I'll put Pinhead B tier. Because I honestly feel like it'd be fine. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but the big problem I would have is that if I bring a girl over, it's like I feel like he would just be staring at her the whole time and make her feel mad uncomfortable, and she wouldn't want to leave. Or he would just start spewing a whole bunch of bullshit that we can't understand. I would just be like, dude, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. But like, get out of the way, dog. I'm trying to holla at a girl right now. You wildin'. And then even if he starts talking to her, starts spewing like whatever, and I'm gonna be like, dog, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It'd be a waste of fucking time. I'd be like, bro, and he don't pay rent. I know he don't pay rent either. He would go to the landlord and spew a whole bunch of shit and be like, dog, I just want my money. That's how I feel when it comes to Pinhead. Pinhead would just be one of the fucking most annoying, but he would be solid as well. Wouldn't be the worst. Annabelle, no. I think deadass out of all the dolls, Chucky's the only one I would vibe with. Annabelle just seems like a bitch. You know what I mean? I would be fucking afraid. Annabelle's vibe is just, it's not there. Annabelle's vibe, it'd be fucking creepy. No, just no. We're not talking about this person because I didn't and will never watch these movies because of the director and what they done. So we're not even gonna talk about that one. Ghostface, A tier. Not gonna lie. Any one of them who's put on the Ghostface mask seems like a vibe. You know what I mean? They be cool as hell, yo. It'd be fun as yo. I know when I host a party, dog, it's just gonna be fire, dog. It's gonna be crazy. Because deadass, if you think about it, Ghostface don't really do much for the most part, and you know, unless it's really trying to do some shit and start some shit. But I deadass feel like any of them would be vibing at this party, and I'd be like, yo, what we doing? You know, take some shots together. We'll have a good ass time. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I think Ghostface is gangster. Yeah. Now I keep forgetting. Is her name Yakora or some shit? Whatever. She's from The Grudge. I'm pretty sure. Listen. Okay. Hear me out. I might get canceled for what I'm about to say, but hear me out. Let's say she's in her like mid-20s, early 30s, right? Hypothetically speaking, right? She's not young. She's, you know, around that age. They're 25, 35, 30, you know, around that age group, okay? Hear me out. Friends with benefits? Question mark? I'm just saying. Look, listen. I know. It sounds fucking horrible. I know. But hear me out. She's not that bad looking. No, she's not my type, but she's not bad looking. She's not the worst thing to look at. And she could just be, you know, a little fling while I just look for the right one. You know what I mean? So it's just like, while that happens, we could do a little something. I'm just saying. Listen, I know that sounds fucking terrible, but with that saying, A tier. I know that's fucking horrible. But yeah, I'm just saying. Candyman, R.I.P. Tony Todd, man. And just for that, he's A tier. Just for that alone. But that's just what Candyman himself, be tough, be fun to be with too. He ain't that creepy, you know what I mean? If you just leave him alone, cool. And when he talks to you, he be funny as hell. So I got no beef with him at all. He could teach me a couple things too. Maybe help me fucking learn how to fucking defend myself or some shit. Now, if we go to Jigsaw, Billy, the puppet. Okay. Hear me out. S tier. It's another S tier, bro. Like, this is how I see it. Just imagine, like, rent is super high because, you know, bro, you know how it is nowadays. Imagine how high it is and we're like, damn, yo, we low right now. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, do we really want to pay this right now? I don't know. John, I call up Kramer like, yo, listen, we can't pay this month's rent. All right, we need some help. What are we gonna do? I feel like if we have that going on, Kramer's gonna put the landlord in a game. a gamer survival, where if they do make it out alive, then we actually do have to pay. But I don't know. Put him in a freaking, who knows? Maybe even if he wins, he'll be like traumatized for the rest of his life, to the point where it's like, yo, I don't need to pay rent like at any time. So imagine that. I would want to watch that game too. I'd be like, yo, let's see what happens, because I don't know. We might not have to pay rent for a while. You know what I mean? So that's why he's S tier. Now I don't know why the baby face from what's the name? Happy Death Day is on here. It's not really a horror icon, but we'll put at B tier. Nothing bad would happen much, you know. I really just don't care, but it would be a solid roommate. Nothing bad would really happen. We got Michael, S tier. Bro, imagine rooming with Michael Myers. First of all, you don't have to pay for any type of food for them. Like, just imagine, you can go to the supermarket, grab some shit just for you, because Michael we never see him really like feast like that. So imagine just chilling with Michael, bro. He'll just be sitting there on the couch, just chilling. He could watch some fucking TV, or just, you know, sit there in silence. Bro would just be there, bro, and he will be my backup. Like, if I'm in trouble, I'm be like, yo Mike, I need your help right now, bro. These people pissing me off. Help me. And he'd just get up and quietly just pull up, and there you go. I think Mike would be it would be amazing just to have him as a roommate. I'd be like, yo Mike, how you doing? We could make a handshake and all that shit, you know what I mean? Imagine the vibe with Mike. Jack, listen, let me go to Jack. I mean, see, it's like, okay, it's not really much I can say about it. It's like, it's a whatever type of thing. I won't say no because it's not that bad, but I mean, nothing really much to say about that. Nobody fucking cares, you know what I mean? The Exorcist, that's going to no. I cannot imagine rooming with this person. Imagine just walking into the room and you just see what the fuck is going on. No, absolutely not. Chill right there. I don't got time for this shit. Fuck it. I'm moving out. I'll sleep on the streets if I need to. I ain't rooming with, no. Fuck out of here. Hell no. Art the Clown, S tier, bro. Just imagine, bro. He don't really say much. His facial expressions be mad funny as fuck. So we be chilling. You know what I mean? And he wouldn't really like try to, you know, fuck with me like that and like do me dirty that much, because I'd be chill vibes. I'd be like, you know, we can make a handshake. And like I said, once again, with the room situation with me, like with the landlord, bro, I'm like, yo, do you want to pay rent? And Art's gonna be like, and I'm gonna be like, all right, do you? You know what I mean? Because who's gonna stop him? You know what I mean? Go ahead, do your thing. I ain't gonna say a word. Do what you gotta do. We chilling. We vibing, right? You want the hoes over? I got you, dog. Whatever. If they treating you wrong, do you? I won't say a word. I won't say nothing. As long as you clean the mess up. I ain't getting my hands dirty when it comes to that. But if you need to, bro, do you, bro? I don't mind. I'll just be chilling. I don't want to watch it because I'd probably throw up. But I'll just be in my room. I'd just be chilling. I'd be like, you know, sleeping or put on my headset, fucking play the PS5. I don't know. Just do anything to distract me from what's going on, and we'd be vibing. So I think Art would be a fun ass roommate. And last, we got Jason. Jason is also S tier. Yeah, we'll put him there. Once again, quiet, chilling. You know what I mean? Just Jason, bro. And he could teach me a couple shit with a fucking machete. I'm like, yo, teach me shit. He'll just show me how to do shit. As long as we chilling, I don't need to take him to, you know, if we, you know, go into fucking camp. We don't gotta go to any camps, bro. We just chill at the spot, yo. We could go to Six Flags. Yo, imagine Fright Fest with fucking Jason. Bro, We can do it because everybody's gonna think this is just like a costume. Like, wow, what an accurate costume. And I'm sitting here chilling like, nah, this is the real shit, bro. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Just imagine that, bro. Fright Fest with Jason. Imagine getting on the roller coasters. Yo, bro, be a fun ass time. Then we go into the freaking haunted houses. I don't know what's gonna happen there. It might be some real shit going on, but people would eat that shit up because they're gonna be like, wow, yo, the effects this year, Six Flags is really stepping it up. And I'll be like, yeah, they are. Good job, workers. Like, good job. You know, you guys are killing it. You know, hope you get paid great for the performance you're showing off. Let's move on to the next one. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. I'd be like, let's just keep going. You know what I mean? That's like, we don't need to stay here. We don't need to stay here. And we just keep it going, you know. That's what I would do. I'd just be like, dude, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's just go. And they're making, I heard, maybe this is what I heard, rumors, that this year Fright Fest, they're gonna have multiple haunted houses, more than they do regularly for Fright Fest. Imagine the chaos. I don't know. I mean, Jason would cook. I'm just saying, Jason would do his thing, and I'd be like, look, Jason, do you, bro, do you. Then we get home and chill, bro. We could get some fucking Five Guys, bro. Pause, bro. No doubt about it, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Top tier. If you're talking about fast food, Five Guys has the best burgers. I'm just saying. Maybe a hot take, bro. That shit's tough. Yo, me and Jason, bro, let's go. And it could be any version of Jason too. Jason X, if you wanted to, that would be cold as fuck too. That'd be fire. But yeah, it's just like, Jason would be tough. Jason's definitely S tier. So yeah, that is the ranking of if these horror icons were my roommate. I think this is a solid list. I'm pretty sure most of you guys would agree that this S tier is actually pretty tough. And this, no makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I could totally see people switching these up. I think the C and the no would probably be switched around a lot. But overall, this is how my roommate situation would be. Let me know your roommate situation. Would you enjoy this? Or would you just be like, no, fuck it, I don't want any of these people as my roommates? Let me know in the comment section below. Once again, this has been the Slasher Bachelor, and I'll see you in my next video. YouTube thinks that this video popping up right now thinks that you'll enjoy it, so make sure you click on that video. I'll see you in my next one. Love you guys.